Alright, girls, where are we?
We are at Oconaluftee Indian Village in Cherokee, North Carolina. And it's perfect timing because in school we are reading about
Indians.
the Indians.
Pocahontas.
Pocahontas. But that's what she's reading a book to me about Pocahontas, fiction. But we're learning about Indians. And Columbus coming over and John Smith coming over. And meeting the Indians.
Good time, man. Let's go check it out.
People always ask how I balance my family life with 400 shows a year. I'm just doing what I love with the people I love. It's my magic life.
Here we have the weapons. This you see here is the bow. It's made of yellow locust. The string you see here is made of bear intestines. These would be the arrows that would be shot with the bow. The bow, this round shoulder tip that's made of flint would have been used to shoot deers and animals about the same size as a deer. The feathers you see here are made from turkey feathers, and they're all tied on with animal cement. The feathers have to come from the same side of the shoulder of the turkey because it helps with the process of the aerodynamics. This black one that you see here is called black obsidian. This one was used for war. It's a square shoulder. Cherokee didn't like to go to war, but if we did, we took it seriously. This one was not intended to come back out. If it was to hit the bone, it would shatter on the inside because it's basically like glass. And also, if it mixed with the blood, the sinew would come off and it would be lost in there. We also used a war club. And keep in mind, these were in purposes if we had to go to war. We tried every way possible to be more civilized than most due to the fact we did not like bloodshed and we didn't want to lose our own or someone else would lose their own. But if it came down to it, we would stand. This war club was more for close and hand-on-hand things. The blowgun itself was not used for war purposes. It's used for hunting. And mostly smaller animals like the squirrels and the rabbits. The biggest thing shot with a blowgun would be a turkey. Now, these things are not hollow on the inside, so to make the blowgun, they would start with something similar to this. This is a demonstration, because as you can see up here, that one's a real blowgun. This is just for demonstration purposes. But the inside of this, they would take something similar and they would hollow out the whole entire inside of this. Once they got everything hollowed out, they'd take river sand, put down the inside of here, and run it through there until it makes like a modern day sandpaper to smooth it out to make the darts go through easier. You might want to walk around this side because he'll be shooting back here.
Oh, okay. I saw those. I'm like, what in the world are they?
Yeah, there's even upside down turkey.
I'll hold your purse.
You guys come around here?
Yeah.
Upside down turkey.
Come here.
Upside down turkey.
Get in front of mine. This is way longer than ours, Lana.
Got the rabbit.
Right under him. Almost a rabbit.
Hey, got his butt. Yay, good job.
This cabin here, the sides of here is made from clay, animal hair, and straw, and that holds it together, kind of like if you've ever watched one of those things on the Egyptians where they built their things and used the clay and the mud and things like that. similar to what we did over here. Now as far as the logs, this one is based in the 1800s when the Europeans had came along. We did not actually hang our furs and things outside. They would have been put on inside on the top of the shelves that you'll see in here, and they would have been dried out in a completely different fashion. Now, the fireplace you see on this one particularly is on the right side, as well as this one down here at the 1700s, it's put on the right side. They were never on the left side or any other side, except for way before Europeans and people came along, which I'll show you the 1500s, and they were actually put in the middle of the way we had it because we were afraid of anyone coming into our villages at that point in time. It was before, you know, we really got to know other people from other countries. We did, I think, run into the Spanish people in between there, or Spaniards, I think is what they were called.
Spaniards.
I'm not really sure.
They were the nastiest of the European colonists.
They said they never lived in teepees, ever.
Yeah.
So they would have used shake
The Cherokee.
roofs
The
at
Cherokee
this
never lived in
period of
teepees.
time?
Yes,
Ever.
Is that accurate?
Ever. They always lived in houses.
this would have been what the rooftops looked like at that time, due to I guess the way that they split the boards.
Yeah.
Now, you'll notice on the 1700s, the way that the wood is compared to just the logs thrown on this one. And, Cherokee was pretty much meticulous, I guess, in the way they done things. Yeah, you can go inside. I just kind of let it in the 1500s.
This is from the 1500s.
Houses similar to that, with the thatch on top. And we were like way away from each other to even know what the other one was doing to start with. So that was pretty interesting.
You just add to the thatch year by year.
Yeah.
It was something that Cherokee had been doing with other native tribes going back thousands upon thousands of years. So when you had colonials coming by wanting to do business, the idea of trade, that was certainly nothing new for the Cherokee. They really wanted to see what they could get out of it. And at the end of the day, this actually turned out to not only be important in the everyday lives of the Cherokees, but it turned out to be one of the more positive experiences they had with outsiders coming onto their lands. And many of the traders who stayed around for a while ended up becoming adopted and considered Cherokee themselves. But you are seeing a lot of the different types of goods that were coming in through that trade. Most of the goods the Cherokee were interested in just brought some convenience or efficiency into your life. So a lot of metal tools and cookware to cut down on the time and effort for daily chores. Textiles became very popular very quickly because not only did they have decorative patterns and bright colors that the Cherokee liked, but it was a perfect replacement for leather as far as your clothing needs go. So that began coming into its own very quickly. And then you had guns. Now when it came to guns, the Cherokee did not want them for warfare. They did feel that was a cowardly way to do battle and didn't like doing it. Instead, it was just the efficiency that a gun brought to hunting. You could double or triple the amount of game you were getting every time you went on a hunting trip. And you were never just hunting for your own family. If you were doing that, you'd be considered greedy and would likely get kicked out of the village. You're hunting for everyone in your community, so every hunter with a gun was a benefit to everyone around him. Now, after you had those items that made your life easier, there were other goods that came in the Cherokee were interested in. Most important amongst them was the decoration. Now, when it came to decoration, it could really be anything: glass beads, silk ribbon, bits of silver, anything that looked kind of nice and you could find a way to wear and show off to everyone around you. Both men and women loved that decoration and wore it extensively, although women did not have to worry about it. If you saw a Cherokee woman and she had no decoration, well, she has nothing to prove to anyone. It was her choice not to wear it, so nobody really cared. You didn't think any differently of her. But if you saw a Cherokee man and he had no decoration, he was telling you that he had no skills in life to be able to get decoration, and he was hardly worth your time to stop and talk to. This was simply something the Cherokee had picked up from nature. You look at animals, and especially birds, it is the male that is the most brightly colored, and it is the male that has to do extra things to impress the female. She's already perfect and knows it, so she's not going to worry about it. So the Cherokee just followed that example. To them, all women everywhere were perfect. It was the men that had to prove they could get someone's attention. And you did that by how well you could decorate yourself. The more trade goods you had showed you as a better hunter. The more war trophies showed you as a better warrior. That not only helped you find a wife, but it also earned respect from the other men because they could see exactly what you were capable of. Now when it came to purchasing these goods, the only thing that the colonials and Europeans are really interested in is the animal hides. It was called the fur trade. Nobody really cared about the hair on these hides though, because that's just going to be shaved away and thrown away in almost every case. It was for the leather. For things you might first think of course, like boots, belts, gloves, that kind of thing. But most important of all, it was leather for book bindings. In the mid-18th century, that was where all your money was going into, because for the first time in history, books had become affordable and available to practically everyone. There was a huge spike in literacy, everyone wanted books, and Europe had a scarcity of hides already, so they couldn't really keep up with the demand. This was the best way to get the amount of leather they needed. You could bring in any animal hide at all, but by far your most common was buckskin. The Cherokee from their territories were providing about 500,000 buckskin every year into the fur trade. Now that was so common, that's what your prices were in. So if you had wanted a metal pot like that, under English trade prices, that would have cost you 5 buckskin right there. If you wanted some cloth, it depended on the quality of the cloth, but for a bolt of that could run anywhere from 3 to as many as 7 bucks. Meanwhile, if you wanted a gun, that was your real expense. A smoothbore musket would have cost you 35 bucks. Now, if you didn't have the buckskin itself, that was fine. Bring in any other animal hide, and we'll just weigh those all together on a scale, and every 2 pounds of weight you had there, that was another buck you had to spend. That way, even if all you had was small game, bring enough of those in, you could still get something. And if you had hunted something large like a mountain bison, that was going to be worth a few bucks on its own, because that hide was just going to weigh that much.
Can I see you with a wood, please? Please.
It's just like getting hit by
Did you see that?
or anything like that.
Yeah, and they can cause severe reactions in some people. I mean, very severe. We had one person who had to be carried out.
Nice.
I've seen somebody get hit by one.
You're whittling that thing away, just like that medicine guy.
Say with a pipe.
The first thing we're going to do for you is our shallow, as you see, our corn dance. Now this dance is done to give thanks for a good harvest and to give praise to our women. So this dance you can see the men gathering up corn and placing it in the woman's apron and basket. And each of them go behind the women and give them praise. So shallow, you don't have to go. Now go down east side. Oh, well, you knew, yeah. Go in New Year. Oh, well, you knew, yeah. Hey, go in New Year. Wait, hey! Hey! Hey, go in New Year. Wait, hey! Hey! Hey, go in New Year. Wait, hey! Hey! Hey, go in New Year. Oh, well, you knew, yeah. Hey, go in New Year. Oh, well, you knew, yeah. Hey, go in New Year. Oh, well, you knew, yeah. Hey, go in New Year. Oh, well, you knew, yeah. Hey, go in New Year. Hey, go in New Year. Oh, well, you knew, yeah.
Go dance, Lana!
God, mighty. You need to be up there with you need to be up there in the spawn with him.
All right. Going back in a few days. Hey ho, whoa, hey ho, whoa, hey ho, whoa, hey ho, you're gonna whoa, you're here, you're gonna why, 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 you're here. Whoa, hey ho, whoa, hey ho, whoa, hey ho, whoa, hey ho. Yo, what DNA? Yo, what DNA? Ayo yana hey. Yo, what DNA? Yo, what DNA? Ayo yana hey. Yo, what DNA? Hey ho, DNA. Ayo yana hey. Whoa, hey ho, hey ho, hey ho, whoa, hey ho, whoa.
You didn't like that, Lana?
Weird. I liked it. Hey Lana, something happened last night? What happened? Can you show me? Oh boy, the tooth fairy came, didn't she?
And she gave me a $5 bill.
$5 bill for losing that front tooth. Look at you, cutie patootie. Oh my. He's so cute. I love you.
It's
Does it
better
feel
than
weird?
Yeah, every time I looked at food, it just felt like the food's not gets stuck.
Food gets up in there when you were eating.
No, it just feels like it before I even eat.
Oh. Is it harder to talk with the top one missing?
She sells seashells?
Yes.
She sells seashells?
Oh, well, I tell you what, you look adorable. I love you, Munchkin.
Can you say she sells seashells by the seashore?
All right, we are back from vacation and back to reality. It is Saturday, and here's the first show of the day at Tinkling Springs Presbyterian Church.
Never seen me before do a magic show.
Here we go.
Perfect, so there are some people out here. Before I go any further, I want to introduce myself to you guys. My name is Wes Iseli. Can you guys remember that? Wes Iseli. I'll break it down for you. My first name is Wes. It's not Les with an L. It's not Wes with a T. It's Wes, check it out, Wes. You guys got it? My last name is a little trickier though. It's Iseli. Not Isel, not Iseli. Iseli. 2 syllables, Iseli. You guys got it? But I made a mess trying to explain this to you guys. If I was a good magician, I'd be able to fix it. Watch. Take all 4 pieces. Show my hand empty. I fold it once, fold it twice, fold it 3 times. On that 4th fold, watch what happens. Watch. It goes right back to normal. You saw that, Nancy? But don't laugh at me. This is actually the most important part. When you guys go home, you can check me out online at wesisley.com. You thought you had me, didn't you? That's all right. I do that trick on purpose to see where my friends are. You guys are awesome. It's just that lady right there in the blue I gotta watch out. I know that. Are you guys ready for the magic show? Have a seat over here, buddy. Have a seat over here, man. You guys know what this is? I love this stuff. Watch.
Back up.
This is the way I learned to juggle, guys. It looks like this. That was a joke. Thank you, man. Watch closely, guys. Ready? Watch.
Oh!
There. Watch. You know what I'm making right now? Any guesses? Not a pancake. Good guess, man. Any other guesses? Not an elephant. An elephant. She said an elephant. Not an elephant. No. I have to make it real fun. I'll give you some more hints. I'll give you a hint, buddy. Watch. Let's see. Let's do it this way. So this way. Watch. Have a seat, buddy. Have a seat over here. Ready? Watch. 2 more hints. It looks like this. Watch. How about this? And this. You got one of these.
A bird!
Come on! Okay, I'm gonna get you to hold on some cards, you to hold on some cards, and make them move magically without touching either person. The ace in this game is like a 1. Can you guys help me count to 10? Yeah. Here we go. Help me. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mom, take these 10 cards and set on them. That way I can't get near them. All the way under. Perfect. Avery, hold your hand out like this, sweetie. We're going to count 10 cards into your hand, okay? We don't want them falling, so put your thumb there. Put your thumb up like that. There you go. Ready? 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Don't move, Avery. Don't move. I'm going to get rid of these cards. Make sure we have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put your hand out like this. Put your other hand on top. Other hand on top. Aim it at that guy in that scooter back there. You see that guy? Keep your hands aimed at him like this. Don't peek like this. Don't peek like this. And don't separate your hands. You got it? What I'm going to try to do is move some cards from under Mom, get them into your hand without touching either person. Are you guys ready for this? Yeah! It's called cards across. Keep your hands aimed that way. Mom, just look forward, smile big. Avery, card number 1, come at you, sweetie.
You know what's magic?
Card number 1. It's, just look forward, ma'am, I'll get it. Card number 1. Oh, I forgot. Avery, I forgot. Sorry. I have a tool for this. All right, Avery, keep your hands aimed back there. Mom, look forward, smile big. Card number 1. I got it. You guys see it?
No.
Yeah. It's invisible. Watch. All the way across this. This guy just walked up. We're doing a magic trick, man. Into your hand right there. Did you feel anything? Card number 1. Card number 2. Going back for another one, ma'am. Look forward. Smile big. Don't laugh, man. It's a serious card trick. Card number 2. I got it. You guys see it?
No.
All the way across the stage into your hand right there. Did you feel anything? Card number 2. Card number 3. This is the last one we're going to move, okay? It's only a 45-minute show and we'll be digging around all day. You know what I mean, right? Keep your hands together. Card number 3. I missed it. They're invisible. It's tough. Card number 3. Nope. You know what happened? I pulled the first couple cards out. I think the deck may have shifted. Mom, do me a favor. Can you just wiggle a little bit? Card number 3. Here we go. Here we go. I got it. You guys see it?
Yes.
All the way across the stage into your hand right there. Mom, seriously, did you feel anything besides a tool against your leg, honestly? Did you feel your hands get further apart at any time during the trick? Keep your hands together. Mom, take those cards out from under you and count. I told you they shifted. Now count out loud. How many do you have now?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
She had 10, now she's got 7. Can I see your cards? You guys help me count. Are you ready?
Yeah!
1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Cards across. Come on, guys. All right, but wait. Mom, you had 8 through 10. You're missing some. Which ones you missing?
8 through 3.
Check this out. Look, the ace, the 2, and the 3 ended up in your daughter's hand right over here. Give these guys a round of applause. I'm trying to win you over here, sweetie. All you have to do is just pick an envelope here, okay? One of the envelopes has a scratch-off lottery ticket. What's the fee today? Is it $1,000?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's
$1,000. Every day it's different. You go to the gas station, it's different every day. But one of these envelopes has a scratch ticket, and your top prize could be $1,000. Okay? I just have to get you to pick the same one. Get this connection going. Now I'm gonna give her hints. It might be subtle. It might be over the top. You might get a hint. They might not get it. I want you to help me out here. I want you to get the right envelope. I'm trying to help you out, okay? Here we go, guys. Ready? Now, it's Debbie. Debbie, you can pick envelope number 1. You can pick envelope number 2. You can pick envelope number 3, number 4, or number 5. Now, Debbie, I'm going to give you a couple seconds to think it out. You know what? I'm going to do it again for you. I'm worried about you. Here we go, guys. Ready? She might not have picked up on the clue here. Ready? I want envelope number 1. Envelope number 2. Envelope number 3, number 4, or number 5. Now you can pick any envelope you want. Hopefully you got a clue in that, but I'm gonna give you a couple more seconds to think it over. Here we go. Ready? 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. What envelope would you like, Debbie? Five. You didn't hear the song? You pick up on the Alright, we can take envelope number 5, Debbie. I thought she'd be a tough one. Open that one up! You can hand me the paper clip, sweetie. And open up that envelope. Nothing's gonna jump at you. That your guy's bigger than me. I don't want to upset you. And inside that envelope is A scratch-off lottery ticket worth up to $1,000. Give this lady a big round of applause. You did it! Good job! But wait. What if you would have picked one of the other envelopes? What if I put a lottery ticket in every one? I didn't, but some people think that, right? Like if you would have picked envelope number 1, inside that envelope, you would have won $10 cash. No, but you probably won $1,000. You know the scratch tickets are, yeah? Envelope number 2 is kind of over the top. I'll save that for last. If you would have picked envelope number 3, inside envelope number 3, you would have won $20 cash. Yeah. That could be with $1,000. Don't be upset. Envelope number 4. If you would have picked envelope number 4, you would have won. Any guesses? $100. $50 cash. $50 cash. But here's the thing. I didn't think she'd pick number 2. It was kind of over the top. Everybody heard that it's huge, right? No one ever picked number 2. So in number 2, that's where I put the applause to. Everybody give this lady a big round of applause.